wanna see the way the world turned what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, baby. A brand new Tuesday. We get another Blue Dot family meeting, and I'm so glad y'all are here. Anyway, let's get on with this business. BW was the first one to jump in, followed by Jeff Curry, and Nancy Halverson is here. Thank you very much. Michael James, thank you, brother, for being here. The Remixtress is with us. George Murray, Seraphin Coley, Tracy Tobias, I'm glad you're here, baby. Mark Perkins is here. Martha Olivera, Carol Gillens, BW, saying hello to everybody. Dwayne Twizzle's here. Michael Foulbister, Debbie Marie, Ardessa is here. Purple Moon Dragon, thank you very much. Jeff Curry's here, and Karen Van Wyck. Back in the saddle again. Out where a friend is a friend. That's right, Karen. We're back in the saddle, baby. Getting along with it. Bruce Preston is here. Let's see. Randy Kervin. Rantin' Randy is out there. Thank you, brother, for being here. We appreciate your voice. Our own Bernadette Pree. Hello, good evening, darling. We're glad you're always here. Thank you. Let me jump down in here, baby. The Feral Female Society is here. Jean Prim is here. Nana Lovely. Thank you for being here. Rex Trek. Stephanie Dane and Steve P. Stephanie, where's Jay? Where's Jay? The romance can't continue here. This long distance shit's going on too far. Anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. Let's get some things out of the way first. I got mail. Finally, I got mail. Shit, I thought I was on a dry spell for a while there. I got a nice card from Mary and Bobby Packer from Brandon, Wisconsin. They included a nice little donation in there, and we appreciate that very much. And the news today that Donnie and the GOP allowed Putin to hold back and take. Ain't it a mess we're in? Ain't it a mess we're in now? But things are getting it. And the other piece of mail I got was, and I got it today, so I haven't read it yet. Jay's coming home. Good deal. I got my letter from Marianne McLaughlin from Royal Oak, Michigan. It's a monthly thing that we get with an update of Marianne's life and what's going on up there. And Mama is already looking forward to reading that. We get a kick out of Marianne's letters. It covers a whole month, baby, and it's almost looking back at your whole month and going on a rewind. Anyway, thank you all very much for that. I appreciate it tremendously. And before I get too far, I got some catching up to do, and I hope they're out there to hear this. Hyperius came in at the end of our last show with a $25 donation and gave again his words of wisdom. His, hers, we don't know yet. It's a mystery. Spritzel, sparkin', fusin', poppin'. So, Hyperius, thank you very much for that donation. I'm sorry we did not get it in before we ended the show last week. Anyway, well, things are constantly changing over in Ukraine. I took a little pride, I guess, best way I could describe it, when Joe Biden came out this morning and put a halt to any Russian oil imports into the United States. Now, we did this on our own, baby. We're standing alone on this one. There's complications with that in Europe because Russia supplies a lot of the energy supply to Europe, and there were hesitant heads over there. But the United States decided to go it alone and stop importing oil and gas from Russia, which I think is a good move. Maximum pressure, baby. Pooty Boy's not doing too good. Maybe you ought to give his call, Donnie, a friend there, and call him up and get some encouragement. I'm sure Trump would have some wise words to give him to cheer him up, but he ain't doing too good. And hitting them in their oil is going to hurt their economy even more. There's other things going on. Poland is now saying that they're going to transfer all their MiG-29 jets to an air base in Germany and hand them over to the United States, baby. I guess it's going to be our hand that is going to get them into the hands of the Ukrainian fighters, and I'm sure that we're going to do that. Yep. There you go. Deb Corbin, thank you for saying that. I'm willing to pay more at the pump if it'll help take down Putin. Baby, it's coming. And that's what we've been talking about here for a while, is the pain that we're all going to feel. And it's not going to be an even-handed pain across this nation. Those that have the least will suffer the most. Those that can't afford the gas now are going to feel it the worst. And I have a feeling that's a whole lot of us. And so it's going to hurt. And goods in general are going to go up. And this is the price. This is the shared sacrifice that those that came before us had to bear to do the right thing, to stand up and for democracy. And here we are, baby. And Pooty's not doing too good. So let me see. Sonia C is saying, I heard after one of the attempts to take out Zelensky made Putin paranoid about taking his car. He had his car waiting and started walking from it. His security had. I bet he's paranoid as hell because, the talking around is the best answer to this is the Julius Caesar, the inside job, inside Russia to take him out of control, out of command. How that's done, Lord have, I don't know, baby. I'm sure he is very highly protected and probably has private security around him all the time. I just on that note, it's obvious the last time I saw him talking to his generals, he's sitting at the end of that big old long white table there, and his general's down there at the other end, and I'm thinking, man, you ain't got enough courage to sit face to face with your own generals. There's paranoia sinking in there big time. I think he's going to be isolated from the rest of his country. The more and more things go south in Ukraine, the more the Russian people are going to find out. They're saying an estimated 2,000 to 4,000 Russian soldiers have already been killed in Ukraine. That's not going to be good, baby, when those bodies start coming home in bags. Russian mothers are not going to be happy, just as any mother would not be happy. This is a war of Putin's picking. And in my opinion, if we don't stop him here, I think Moldova is going to be the next one to go. And he's going to turn his eyes someplace else if he thinks he can get away with it. Anyway, there is, I told you that we were going to put up a list, and I got to admit we kind of cheated because...
Hang on.
Okay,
I told you I can do it.
Okay.
I can do this.
All right.
I can do this. Here I go.
There you go.
All right, so hey,
there you go.
How's it going? Still one hand over here. More bandaged up today. PSA, if you're going to use a drill, do what you're fucking doing. Anyway, no, I don't know how else to open this up. So, I am not much for public speaking. I've never have been. I've helped Dad do this for years, but I'm honestly just, if it's never been my thing. But
I couldn't do this without you, so.
Yeah, but the thing is one of those. It's one of those times where I'd rather not say anything unless if I actually have something to say. And I've been kind of quiet, even though I've been wanting to say something the last over a week now. It feels like it's been forever since this whole bullshit in Ukraine started today. This has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to watch. Because to me, someone like me, I feel so just powerless. There's nothing I can fucking do to help those poor people over there. What is happening is crimes against humanity. And I only wish there was something I can do. So me and Dad have been talking the last week. It's like we need to do something about as far as like, putting out information on where people can donate to help, people in Ukraine. And the thing is with me is, there's a lot of organizations doing a lot of good out there. And there are a lot of people finding very creative ways to help people of Ukraine.
I saw them where they're renting B&Bs.
Yeah, there's people renting Airbnbs. There's people buying digital goods from digital artists. There's a lot of creative ways people are helping. It is very difficult to pick just a few select websites. And you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Excuse me.
Yeah. Anyway, as you would say.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, where was I at? See, that's the thing with me. Is like if
squirrel.
I get squirrels really easily. So,
you were talking about donating, creative ways to donate, and
well, anyway, I could not easily pick a few websites that I could put on a list just to have people donate or whatever. I just couldn't, because there's a lot of people doing a lot of good out there, and it's hard to very pick. That being said, though, I did get a little bit inspired last night. If anybody watches Colbert, I'm going to try to do this one-handed over here. They announced that they put out a tweet with 4 confirmed places that are people on the ground in the Ukraine trying to help. Dad made it clear that that's kind of small to read. I do apologize. I know most of y'all are probably watching this stuff on your phones anyway. It's probably hard to read. But that's the tweet. You can find that Colbert Late Show on Twitter. And it's a list of 4 organizations that you can donate to. And really what I wanted to say today is I wanted to thank everybody for the upsale in T-shirts and stuff through our store recently. Today I got a little bit of that in today. And today I went ahead and went to globalgiving.org, and I gave our proceeds, which amounts to $25, to globalgiving.org. And it's going straight to humanitarian efforts in Ukraine, anything from hospital goods, food, shelter, and all sorts of good stuff. And I plan to, for the next few Teespring transactions, we're going to donate that money to to a few of these charitable charities. Again, I'm not much for public speaking, as you can tell.
We want to just thank everybody who has been buying T-shirts. That's
because
how Travis makes part of his income.
Yeah, but
he's decided to take the proceeds from that.
Yes,
and
because here's the thing: I got tired of feeling helpless. I got tired of just watching the fucking news and the horrible footage that's coming out of that place and not being able to fucking do a damn thing about it. Yes, gas is going to go up. Price of goods are going to go up. It's going to get bad for a lot of people. But I'm blessed to be in a position where I can help just a little bit. I wish I can do more than 25. But I'm happy I was able to do something. Because that little bit, I hope, will help. I mean, we go with 2 for Blue all the time here for a reason. Because if you got $2 to spare, give it to a politician that's in need. A local politician. It helps. Every little bit helps. So, to anybody listening out there tonight, if you got that little bit extra, just do your research. There's many ways you can give and help people in Ukraine right now. And I can't tell you which one's the best one to go for. I can't tell you. I'm not going to recommend because there's, it's not a competition. Just help where you can and where you think.
It's never been a competition on anything. This is the kind of thing that comes from your heart.
Yeah.
And to make a donation to a charitable organization, it just, you walk away feeling better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I feel like sunshine and rainbows because this shit is still fucking horrible and it's still going bad.
It's still going on and it's still getting worse every day.
Yes.
It is difficult to watch because, these people are so inspiring, the way they're standing up for their country. And I hope it inspires all of us across this country to remind us of what that means, what patriotism means, what
I don't care if you're left or right. Yeah. This ain't a left or right issue. This is a human issue, and we need to help where we can. And so, please, if you can give. I will continue to give proceeds from our Teespring shop to, charities, and I will be sure to capture the receipts as they come in. I'm not saying buy anything from the store. Please don't. I'd rather you not buy a T-shirt. If you're trying to give us money to give to charities, I would much rather you donate that money directly to a cause, because that way they get all of it, you know. So, but I'm just saying, for now, that's what I'm doing.
That's fine. Please do buy one. But
yeah,
I so appreciate my son saying that, because if you're thinking about giving it, then yeah.
Yeah, because right now I'm in a good space.
Need is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm in a good spot right now. Don't need anything. I'd rather give that money to someone who needs it, and right now the Ukrainians need it. And if you can't afford anything, you know, send your love, send your support, and don't let this go away. I'm afraid the news will eventually pick up on some new hot story in the next few days to a week or something, because that's just how media is here in the country, and I don't appreciate that shit. I, for one, will not fucking forget what's going on, and I will not be thinking about them poor people, them strong people. I gotta stop saying poor people. They are inspiring.
They are very
people.
Inspiring.
And man, I don't know. I don't know what to say except please do what you can. And if you're doing something, keep it up. And I appreciate you listening to this little ramble. I told Dad I didn't know what I was going to say. I'm not great at speaking.
Well, let
but
me just
it's
give
from the
out
heart.
a big old thank you to George Murray, who just gave $100 to that organization.
Hell yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, George Murray.
That would have been a horrible thing to do.
That is. And while we're thanking people, let me thank Tailgater. I like that, Tailgater, who just donated $25 and says, thanks to all the women out there. If not for you, none of us would be here. Thank you. Hey,
yes,
hey, Tailgater.
It's Women's Day.
It is Women's Day. It is indeed Women's Day. So happy Women's Day. And indeed, Tailgater, if it weren't for them, none of us would be here. So yeah, we got a lot of thinking to do. Mama got treated like a queen today. She made a stew. Oh, my life. Indeed. So happy Women's Day all around the world. And let's remember the contribution that they make in our life every day. I don't know about y'all, but without Mama, I ain't making it through the damn day. She's my rock. She always has been, and I'm a lucky man to have her.
Speaking of which, I got to pick up this phone call from
Uh-oh. All right. Well, he steps out of the... Oh, I'll have to steal the... Uh-oh, he left me without a mouse. Where's my mouse? Let's see. Oh, see? I ain't got... Oh, everybody's in the room. He did it already. I don't even know it. See? Jeremy, how are you? I didn't even see the damn screen.
I'm great, John. I saw some good news this week that after 200 tries in 100 years, we passed a law to make it a felony to lynch someone.
Yes, we did. There's other good. Yes, we passed the law, an anti-lynching law. 2022.
Your representative wouldn't say yes or no, though. Michael Cloud would not vote on it. Could not bring himself to say at least no or yes.
Yeah, that's my congressman, Michael Cloud, the most disgraceful, one of the most not the most disgraceful. Thank goodness, there's Louis Gohmert over there. There's you know, Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene. But yeah, my congressman, Michael Cloud, District 27 up here in Texas, baby. He's right up there at the top of the freaking list of traitors and disgusting creatures that should not be in office. Of course, he's not going to vote on it. That would require some kind of courage. My congressman does not have that. Never did. He got in there on the bullshit wave of Trumpism.
Hang on, let me get this straight. Texas has an anti-lynching law that hasn't been in existence since
the
country
United
States started.
The country, Hank.
Exactly.
This is national. We in 2022 finally passed an anti-lynching bill. Hey, you better not go out and lynch him now. Hey, we didn't say anything about dragging behind your truck. Yeah, we'll get around to that later.
Unbelievable.
You know, it is unbelievable, Hank. How are you, by the way?
Europe is still at war, but I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah, there is a lot of news, but not shocking. Well, shocking. I mean, apparently Russia is now about to lose the 12,000th soldier.
Yeah.
So it's going.
It's not going the way Putin thought it would.
Afghanistan took about 9,000 dead in 9 years.
9
And
years.
this has taken 12,000 dead if we have to believe the
Yeah.
Ukrainian ministry.
Right now
In 10
they're
days,
saying
12
between
days.
2 and 4,000, but that's in
Yeah.
what, 12 days? 13?
Yeah, 12 days.
That's not. It's not good
12,000,
numbers,
so
baby.
1,000 a day.
No, Russia's going to have to stop and think about that. Let's get everybody in the room here together. Let's bring in Randy Kerbin. Randy, Randy, are you with us, buddy? I am so glad to see you out there.
Yeah, I'm with you, John.
Hey, Randy.
How you been doing, brother?
Basically good.
Basically,
Like
we're
you were
glad of that.
talking about with, basically with Ukraine, I mean, I'm suffering like everybody else as far
Sure.
as
Sure, we're paying a little bit more for
it's
gas.
hard to watch it all.
Yeah.
Our gas has gone up about 20 cents in the last 2 days.
Yeah, same here.
But you know, we gotta hang with it. I mean,
It's
we
gonna
got to
hurt.
stand
It's
with
gonna hurt,
Ukraine.
Randy.
It-
And it's going to
it
hurt
is
people
hurt.
like you and me worse, and a lot of our family, because we're not on the upper scale of income. When they was talking about the tax cuts, and Joe Biden said, well, we're not going to tax anybody above 400,000. I mean, below 400,000. 400,000. That's like $40,000 a month. Gas prices aren't going to bother you. It's going to bother you down here at the under scale of that ladder. And that's where we're going to feel the most pain. But that's the way it always is. It always has been. It's going to be those that don't have are going to suffer more than those that still make a decent living and can and thank goodness for it. But yeah, things are going to get more difficult. But
Yeah, they really are. And when Biden put out that other 50 million barrels of oil,
right.
our gas did not drop until it ran out, and then it only went down a penny. And within days, it went back up another 10 or 15 cents.
Randy, I was happy to hear Biden include that in his little speech about this is not the time to take advantage of the situation and make more profit. The oil companies have made a huge profit in the last few years, billions in profit. It would not kill them to lessen that effect across the board to all Americans. It would not hurt their bottom line that much. But that is not the way capitalism works. The oil industry itself, oil is traded on the free market. It doesn't matter if it comes out of our ground or anybody else's ground. It's all sold on the open market, and who buys it? That's who gets it. So it's a different.
In the States, everything goes by the gallon, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, in Europe, everything goes by the liter.
Right.
And I'm hearing you talk about 20 cents up by the gallon. 1 liter of Euro unleaded fuel is €2.42. A gallon would be €9.17.
Ooh.
And let me check what the dollar
Yeah,
is
let's
to the euro.
check that rate. It ain't small,
I
baby.
used to remember Dutch Gildas.
Let's get everybody in the room here. Let's go ahead. Did you get that number, Hank?
Almost. Go on.
All right.
Um,
Got a little ciphering to do.
yeah,
Don't worry. Pull the socks off. You can use the toes, buddy. It don't matter.
Damn it.
What's the euro
sorry.
trading for now? I
I
don't know.
think it's about 1.0905 to the dollar.
So we're basically 1 for 1 then.
Yeah.
So
so
yeah, $9
we pay
a gallon.
about $11-12 for 1 liter of gasoline here. No, we pay $12 for 1 gallon.
Hold
we
on to
pay
your
about
britches, baby.
$3. Yeah, $3
Yeah,
for.
we're still. I'm paying somewhere around $3.50 right now a gallon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that's high for my area because of the refineries around us. Anyway, let's get Ed Beatty. Ed, how are you doing?
John?
I'm doing just fine, sir. How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Got a haircut yesterday,
Oh,
and I got
which
help.
one?
at the hotel as a houseman.
Oh yeah.
Got held as the hotel houseman. Got a new man. I'm training the ropes tomorrow.
Outstanding.
But still thinking about the. But John, I want to say this. I mean,
Right.
if I gave you $1,000, I would have donated to your campaign to run against Michael Clout. I mean,
Yeah, it wouldn't be that
of
difficult
course, if I
thing
could go back to the
to do from my
if I could
heart.
go
The
back to
guy's
the
a disgusting
anti-lynching
asshole.
bill. I mean, if we could go back to anti-lynching bill, I mean, James Bird's family and friends would have been proud that this piece of legislation has passed.
Yes, is carrying the name of Emmett Till. This bill.
And of course, James Byrd, who was dragged to death by 3 white supremacists.
Here in Texas.
Yes.
Yes, very
Which was
familiar
tragic.
with that. That is one of the most heartbreaking stories that came out of Texas in my lifetime. Was that story? That was just pure disgusting hatred, evil personified in a person.
It took too long for his family to get the justice he needs. I mean,
That's not
the 3
new in
men
this
were put
country.
to death. 3 men got put to death, but still, the legislation law should have been done immediately.
Yeah. Well, look how long it's taken us to get the anti-lynching
20
bill.
years.
You know,
20
that's
years.
ridiculous. Hank himself expressed it himself, how surprised he was. This is 2022, and we just passed it? Really? What was the opposition? What was the opposition to that bill? But thank goodness it came in. Let's get our final guests into the room. Bill joins. Bill, how are you doing, bub?
I'm pretty good. Unfortunately, as soon as I stick my hand up, I get a call and I have to go. But I wanted to, as usual, I wanted to throw a couple positive thoughts in. Oh, by the way, number one, Travis, great idea, brother. And what I did today, you know, I'm a pipe smoker, right?
Yes, sir.
I ordered a pipe from a Ukrainian
Really?
handcrafter that's been a pipe maker for 34 years, and I ordered a pipe from him today.
There you go. That's what I mean by there are so many ways people are getting creative in how to help Ukrainians.
Yeah. Plus, the Red Cross also has a website donating medical and other supplies too. So, thank you, Travis. That was, buddy, I love you, man.
I'll let
That was
him know.
awesome.
He stepped out. He got a phone call from his wife. He's out in the hallway there.
Anyway,
talking to her.
my two bits of good news. With all the news coming out now on an hourly basis,
Right.
Sometimes the really good news gets buried. I want to let everybody in that Blue Dot family know that we got 2 victories today. A man by the name of Guy Reffick, who is the leader of the 3 Percenters in January 6th.
Yes.
He had 3 convictions today. The first one, there is a maximum or a minimum 20-year sentence. It's seditious conspiracy. So that man is going to jail for a long freaking time.
Adios. Adios.
And
See you later.
the other fella, you may remember this guy, Enrique Carrillo, is the head of the Proud Boys.
Yes, head of the Proud Boys.
Yep. He got indicted today for 3 counts. And the first one, seditious conspiracy. Bye-bye, Enrique.
Well,
have a nice time, buddy.
Have a nice time. Say hello to all your buddies up there in prison there. They'll all have a reunion in there pretty soon. Get together, you know, talk about the old times. You know, January 6th when you're all being fucking seditious assholes.
But
Have a
those
nice
2 people
conversation.
really put a smile on my face. simply
Indeed.
Because we've been looking at these guys getting 6 months, 8 months. A couple of them got 45 months, 48 months. Now we're starting to get 20-year sentences. That's more like it, folks.
Yeah, I'm glad to
So-
see that. Let's get after it.
Yeah, I mean, but the committee's indicting these guys and sending them to court, and the judge says, "Sorry, Bubba,
Yeah.
you're guilty." You know, so it's nice to see, and I'm waiting to see names like Mr. Gomert and fucking you know who down there in Georgia, Marjorie
Taylor Greene. I want to see Lauren Bobart. She was involved with the 3
Yep.
Percenters a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
But I saw those 2 things today on Guy Reffitt and Enrique Carrillo. I said, I know people aren't seeing this in the news, so I need to share that
Yeah.
with my Blue Dot
Yeah,
family.
there's a
But
lot
what
going on in the news. Ukraine has taken up a whole lot, but there's, not all of it's good. Florida passed their don't say gay bill.
I'm looking forward to hearing the Trump name with indictments one day soon.
Oh man,
So.
I just that's what we're all waiting on. If there's justice, it's coming, and I think January 6th committee's getting close to that shit. I do. Yeah, let's go, baby.
They're
they
on
already
fire, and
yeah.
They're forwarding the indictments, and the courts are taking them, and they're putting these guys in jail. And goddamn, about time.
It's about time, baby. It's time to clean house. It's time to reclaim. Go ahead.
Exactly. I have to run. It seems it never fails. It seems whenever I get on, I put my hand in the air and you call my name. It's like,
I swear.
Call 3 minutes. It's like,
you're a popular
shit,
fellow, Bill. That's why, and we appreciate you being involved in so much, brother.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes. It takes all of us.
I started this at the age of 17 and a half when I graduated high school and went in the Marines. And I'm a lot older than 17 and a half now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, haven't we come a long way, brother? Yeah.
But you and we're still fighting for our country.
We still are, brother. We still hold the oath true. We still hold the oath true.
Yeah, well, we talked about that a long time ago. And this
Indeed, brother.
Come on. That's something that a lot of people, except for those of us that raised our hand, we really understand what it means. And,
it does. You put your name on the line, baby.
Thank you so much. Spread the good word. The good boys up there in D.C., the Attorney General, the court, the district attorney, and District 13. They're doing their job.
There you go,
and
baby.
Thank you guys. We Americans appreciate that shit.
Ain't that the truth, Bill? Brother, take care of yourself.
Be safe.
All right.
See you later.
You bet. Let me speaking of great sailors, John Diddybag came in with $10 and said the Procrastination Club meeting has been postponed until tomorrow. So they're not procrastinating; they're just changing it. It'll be tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll all get together. I know it was supposed to be yesterday, and we said today, but promise tomorrow the meeting. John, thank you very much. Yeah, not all the news was good. Florida passed the Don't Say Gay bill. Shh. What is that? That is ignorance on display, and I was sad to see that news come out of Florida today. But the news is full nowadays. You can't. Look at her, Dwayne Jizzle. You're going to jail. Look at her saying gay, 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 gay. Here you go, Death Santas. He's saying it all over the place. They're gonna come get you. They're gonna come get you, brother. Probably lock you up for that.
It might be a good idea for the United States government to move Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy, or whatever the name is, to somewhere else, and then sell
Florida.
Sell Florida to Cuba or something.
Oh, we got a lot of great patriots down in Florida, but their problem right now is they are a Republican-controlled state, and Ron DeSantis can't be a more right-wing nut job idiot. The other day he was griping at kids on camera in front of God and everybody on a stage for them kids to take their mask off. Take your mask off. That's what. Really?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the kids has an elderly person that lives with him that is highly successful and has a disease and all that stuff. The kid's trying to take care of his grandparents, and there's Ron trying to be the what? I don't know what the man is. He's got a problem, and it rubs up against anything Democrats are for. Ron DeSantis is against, and it doesn't matter the pros and cons of any issue. It's just whether the Democrats are like it or not. That's the only guiding light. He's a prick. Yeah, Maria Betancourt. She says, "I live in Florida. Help!" Yes, it's pitiful that on the same day the United States passes the anti-lynching bill, the Don't Say Gay bill passes in Florida. So we're making strides, but it's like one step forward, two steps back. And now, I'm looking at this whole Ukrainian thing, and the way that we are looking at the Ukrainians and the way they are standing up is inspiring a whole lot of people around the world and in this country. And I hope it has some impact on what that word patriotism means, and what is it that you are willing to give to your country Not your country giving to your shit. Your shit's been getting chipped forever. It's what are you willing to sacrifice for the greater good? And we're going to be faced with that. And if you listen to half the commentary on the news, this is going to get worse. Putin has an MO of when if he thinks he's in a bind, he's just going to kill everybody. And that's what they're afraid he's going to do in Ukraine. So it could get a whole lot worse before it gets better. So yeah, we need to count our blessings here and remind ourselves that we are e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. If we can't stand up as one nation on the international stage, we lose our footing, baby. We're going to stumble. We're going to fall. Well, I don't want to do that. I know you don't want to do that. So,
hoping we don't have nuclear Armageddon.
That's
Nobody
the key.
nuclear Armageddon.
We all lose, baby. We all
You
lose.
won't.
Nobody comes out of that shit alive. Not, it doesn't matter how much.
No winner is there.
Yeah, that's what we all worry about, is it not? That this could escalate, that he could toss a nuke around? Are you shitting me?
To be honest, I'm not really worried about that.
I try not to. I try not to.
I mean,
because I think cooler heads would prevail. I think.
Go
ahead.
The thing is that any nation that launches just one nuke, whether it explodes above the sea or whether it explodes on land, which will be a bigger problem,
wherever it came from,
will immediately by the rest of the world be declared a criminal nation.
Yes.
And no one will accept it. No one will respect it. No one will be threatened. And the only thing that we need to do in the West,
Russia would become another North Korea,
is keep our heads cool.
Yes.
So Putin might launch a nuke and let it explode over the North Sea somewhere or wherever. Or maybe
what was that I heard about Finland? Finland stepped up some more.
We shouldn't react. We should just say, okay, well, nice, good, well, nice job, yeah, but are you fucking crazy? I mean, that would cause Russia to be not only the pariah of the entire world. Nobody would want to deal with Russia anymore because they used a nuke.
Yeah.
Even China would step in because China will not accept that.
No, because Dwayne Dwizzle is right. Nuclear winter would be the worst part. No sunshine, no food for 10 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's the prognosis if we get into a nuclear war. Yeah.
Yeah, if it is mutually assured destruction.
We're all going to kill ourselves at that point. There's not enough sea rations in your D bag to keep your ass alive for 40 years. But
it might be a benefit because you have 3 legs all of a sudden.
That's all right. I seen a documentary one time on ultra-rich underground condominiums that have been built that have swimming pools, that have farms underground, that they have maid quarters and butler quarters and all that to pamper your luxurious ass into eternity, I guess, So there are those that might make it for a while,
Yeah, but
we're not going to be them.
Huh? No, I mean, would you want to be alive in a nuclear wasteland?
No. The thought of that is scary on the part that because there would not be unity, there would not be communities helping communities. It would turn into a Mad Max fucking world.
Yeah, basically.
And death would mean nothing. That's what I fear more than anything else, is the breakdown of our society and the total disregard for the well-being of your neighbors or your community or whatever. It's going to be I get mine and that's it. I hope you see a different world where you live. I hope on the street that you live on the city that you live in the town that you live in, I hope you see that. I do. Because then you stand a chance. If you don't, you look down the street and you wonder, well, barricade yourself in. It's scary. It is scary. But that's the world we live in. So we can either take that tack and sit there and dwell on that shit, or we could take the better track and try to find a way out of this. Let's keep hoping diplomacy works. Let's support those in Ukraine any way we can, and try to regain what the Ukrainians have in their country right now. Let's try to regain that here, because you never know when we might need it.
Unity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I for one am extremely happy that the orange baboon is not in power at this very moment.
Oh God, yes. See, silver lining right there. Hank gives you, one thing to have a blessing. Thank goodness Trump isn't in office, because he'd just be
Let's paint Chinese flags on our jets.
Yeah. Are you shitting me? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? We'll just paint Chinese flags on our jets. We'll run in there. We'll blow up the Russians. The Russians will immediately think, oh, look at there's the Chinese. Yes, that's Donald Trump, baby. That is Donald Trump, who used to be president of this country. It's the same kind of ignorance when he was talking about maybe they could just open up the lungs, a little disinfectant, takes it away right then, That is the ignorance that some people in this country still support. The total disregard for any common sense. God, man.
One thing that gets me, John.
What's that?
It's just Audrey Taylor, the cucumber lady. One time wore a mask that said Trump won. One of the many examples of I cannot stand this fucking bullshit. This is one example. People thinking that he is God. But like I said, if he was God, he would have resurrected all the millions of people that died from COVID.
Yeah, his numbers would have gone off the roof. But he didn't do that.
Or turn the water into wine and back to water again.
Yeah, he'd turn it into vinegar. Just about the time you was going to take a sip of it, though, just so you could see that surprised look on your face. Yeah, it is. We have to be thankful for small favors, and that's one of them. That man is gone. I hope he's persecuted to hell and back. He damaged this country almost beyond repair. Almost. I think it's still salvageable. But hell yes, that man spent his time destroying as much as he could, and he continues to do so.
If I can add one more. I don't know who was worse, George W. or Trump. Trump. Can't tell.
Well, neither one of them you get a deal. That's my opinion, because before Trump came along, you bet your ass, I was, W was the worst thing that happened.
Invaded the country for no apparent reason, and he
sold this country to a bunch of bullshit in Iraq, and guess where ISIS came from, baby? So everything that's happened in the Middle East since then, hang it on George W. Bush's doorknob, because that's who brought it to us. He wasn't
charged with the war crime.
No, and then that's one of those things you go, yeah.
Exactly.
It's and that again. This is I'm just saying we have an opportunity in this country right now to come from what George W. Bush did in Iraq, selling a bullshit war, leaving in Afghanistan for 20 fucking years. No, it's time that we stood up, but we stand up for the right things, that we do the right things. More importantly, do the right things.
Well, that's
when
also...
Biden ended the... I'm sorry, Hank. Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, that's also the reason that America at the moment protesting Russia's invasion into Ukraine will inevitably get the pot calls the kettle black refute. Because America invaded Afghanistan, America invaded Iraq. Yeah, NATO helped. That's true, but still, I mean, you did the same. So
no, we're seeking redemption. This is a good place to find it.
True. That's also why Biden is so careful at the moment, not starting like a holy war rhetoric against Russia. Because, well, once bitten, twice shy. In your case, twice bitten, 3 times shy, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We have an opportunity here to stand up and show the world what we can be. What we can
When
be.
Biden pulled the troops out of Afghanistan, I mean, they called him a bad guy. I mean, seriously, we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't help the people of Afghanistan. I just guess
Afghanistan is, what is that? They call it the graveyard of nations. There have been so many nations that have tried to do something in Afghanistan, and it's almost impossible.
Well, here's an idea. This is for Hank. Hank, suppose that the Dutch government invented a dank bomb, dropped it on the soldiers. They get high and they say, "What are we doing?"
Bomb.
They say, "What are we doing?" A dank bomb with weed.
We need that.
Yeah,
that would make the soldiers relax, just forget about everything, and they just go home.
Wait.
Yeah, I once had the
choke.
silly idea. I once had the silly idea when I was completely stoned, of course, that the way to battle Islamic extremism was to fly over them with B-52 planes and drop porn magazines.
There you go. Now, please, somebody...
They'd all get horny and started fucking each other.
Sorry about that, John.
Somebody in the chat tell me, please, just a second. Damn. Pardon me while I die.
I'm sorry.
Somebody in the chat, please tell me if you saw this this news clip. There was a news clip of one of the, I think it was CNN, one of the ladies, she's interviewing people on, I don't know if it was a train or a bus. She asked this guy, what's going on? And he starts talking about 420 and legalization of marijuana and how everybody should just get high. He's asking her, is cannabis legal in the UK? He was such a cheerful fellow. And as a matter of fact, yes, Yellyman, that's a good idea. I'm looking at, I hope somebody else saw it because I did. It kind of.
What news channel was it on?
I think it was CNN. CNN. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think it was. And they were trying to. She was trying to interview people about Ukraine on the border. It was on the border, and this guy. That's all he could think of was getting high, and you have to think to yourself, well, if everybody was feeling like that guy felt, nobody's going to be pulling triggers. Yeah, nobody's doing that.
Yeah, maybe. Or they would miss.
Yeah, they'd miss anyway. I always say the difference between a drunk and a stoner is
looking for something to munch on.
That's the problem right there. Oh shit! Don't say that right now because my wife will hear that. I just came home with cherry Danish and honey buns. I was hungry.
We had a big discussion about invasions in America and stuff like that here a few years back in the Netherlands with a lot of students and the American ambassador. So one of my friends stood up and he asked the American ambassador if he agreed with the United Nations Charter, but also with the American doctrine of self-determination for nations.
Indeed.
So this ambassador says, yeah, of course. I mean, we're all about self-determination.
Sure.
We're all about self-determination. Yeah. We're America. And so then he asks, okay, what about the self-determination of the Iraqi people or the Afghanistan people?
Yeah.
That shut them up real nice. But that's the problem, of course. We can't impose our morals onto other people who have
John.
Experienced these morals, basically.
Oh, it is the questions.
Yeah, you could tell the Afghans how to live, but they'll decide how to live.
You can't change a culture. It's difficult to change a culture, and should you anyway? Yeah. I don't think that we could make we can do what we've always done in that respect, trying to help, as in charities or anything else like that. To help when we can, where we can.
Can we get Keith in the room or not? I see him waving.
Let me see. Let me see if we can get Keith in here.
Next to our Odessa.
See what? Just in my own defense, Travis moved this window from there to over here, and now my windows are screwed up. Keith, what are you doing? Fuck fuck Putin. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Hey, we're right here live on the air when you said fuck Putin. Now, people are going to hear you say that.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what I want.
Well, what does Kathy have to say about that?
Kathy, what do you have to say about that? He wants to know what...
I have an apple in my mouth.
I said, fuck Putin. And he said, what do you have to say about
I have to say, I wouldn't fuck him, unfuck him.
I love you, Kathy. I love you, baby. Wise woman right there. There's a wise woman. Anyway, Keith, I hope all is well, my friend.
Wise woman.
Yes. Yeah.
My neck's been hurting for about 3 days, so that's about normal.
Well, tell her to ease up on you a little bit, buddy. Wave a white flag over there and tell her you have to take a rest. I'm shitting you. Why's your neck hurting? What happened? Keith, are you there?
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the off switch.
Why would you want to turn us off?
I don't know what it is. You only light on in here.
I got it. There. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, there. I had headphones on. I turned them off because Kathy couldn't hear you. Now, say what you had to say to Kathy.
Oh, you wouldn't want to rehear all that shit. We were all talking mushy shit about how much we love you, Keith.
Uh-oh. Now I got competition.
There you go.
Well, I thank you for that. I don't know if it's wise on your part, but I thank you for that.
Sometimes I wonder
Are you
about
taking
my
care of
wiseness.
yourself, John?
I am indeed. I'm trying to. We're all trying to. Yeah, we're doing fine.
Hey, have you decided to ride Jenny into town instead of using the truck?
I'm thinking about it, baby. I'm thinking about it. Might take me a little longer, but I could save on gas. I am so thankful I bought that car, though. Man.
Yeah, ask you know, I'd take a picture of you with Jenny if you're going to do that.
Yeah. I'm afraid I'd.
And make sure you wear your cowboy hat.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's not a problem. She's my sweetie. I went to, now where did I go today? Where was it? I went in. Oh. Damn, ain't it pitiful when you smoke too much and you just can't remember where the fuck he was today. Oh, I went to CVS. I went to the drugstore today. Went up to the counter and said, hey, I need my drugs up here. I heard I can get good drugs here. So they says, yeah, we can give you some good drugs. And so whilst I was paying my dealer there for the good drugs there, the lady behind the counter said, oh, by the way, how's your donkey? That just made me feel all sorts of good that she would remember my donkey. And so, yeah, I told her, man, see, that's why I love my CVS's, because you remember my donkey.
Sorry about that coughing.
They say it makes it better.
Some things make you cough.
Well, I'm doing better on my cigarettes. I got to come clean on everybody. I still cheat a little bit every damn day. I'm trying not to get it down, but I'm not buying cigarettes every damn day. That's for damn sure. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better all the time. I just have a bad problem with my nerves that I get pissed off, and I just, anyway.
All of us got a crutch somewhere.
Yeah, we all have a vice somewhere, but that's one I have to stop. And I realize it every day. And so, yeah, I don't smoke that many in a day now. But yeah, 3, 4, yeah, I'm there. But that's a whole lot better than 2 packs a day. So I take my little successes where I can find them.
That's right.
Nowadays.
I used to do that, John, but I have seemed to, for some reason, I have been chain smoking.
Yeah, that's why, I had to get that under control, Keith, because that's what this did to me. When I started this show, I started smoking like a smokestack. I was nervous before I went on the camera. I was nervous after I got off the camera. It's like just smoke. And it's wearing on me. And it's better.
Don't you hate it when you're ready to quit smoking? You quit smoking, and a day or two after war breaks out.
Yeah, yeah.
It sucks.
Or some
Stuff like
other,
that always
you know.
happens.
I do.
Quit smoking, something happens, and you start smoking again.
I try to control my temper as much as I can nowadays, because there's plenty of reasons for me to lose it damn near. And so yeah, smoking is one of those crutches that either let's punch something or smoke a cigarette. So
you know what's the worst part about chain smoking? Those chains are hard to light.
Yeah, no shit. They hang around your neck, all over you, dragging your ass down.
Yeah, horrible.
Oh yeah. But you cut down on one, you go up on another. So it's not a good deal there either.
I know exactly what I went up on.
Well, it's a hard choice, I mean, dying from smoking or dying from nuclear war. I mean, yeah, I know what I choose.
There you go, Karen Van Wyck, and some of us have a crutch we would like to use to beat the idiots with.
John, I want to tell you something.
What?
This is my whole thing about thing that's going on in Ukraine. Okay? Here's what I think. I think that Putin got in over his head. That's the first thing. Right?
Indeed.
I never expected as many countries in the world to become bearing down on him because of it. Okay, that's number two. I think this is my own personal belief.
No,
We let him get away with taking Ukraine. Then he'll take another one. It sounds a little like Hitler, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also.
I think we got to say fuck it, go on, and do what we have to do. And if that's where it comes, then we're gonna. He's gonna die too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am surprised sometimes to hear Travis talk. Travis has always been kind-hearted soul, peace-loving. That's Travis, and even he is to the point to where, if we're gonna do this, let's do it. Let's get it done with, because he ain't stopping. The atrocities that we see every day on the news, you can see them on TikTok, on YouTube. They're posting them straight from the battlefield.
Yep.
It is heart-wrenching. We need to be.
He's called Butler.
Yeah.
He's not called Putin anymore. He's Butler.
Yeah, he is, and
he's not a Hitler. I mean, somebody I know said, "Oh, but he's not a Nazi." I said, "Well, if you act like a Nazi, if you talk like a Nazi, if you invade other countries like a Nazi, if you start shelling civilians and bombing civilians like a Nazi, well, I'm pretty sure that you are a Nazi, aren't you?"
I'm pretty much sure. They're talking about this Z that you see all over the place. They're relating that to the swastika.
Yeah, I mean, that really pisses me off, because I cannot go to any convention anymore dressed up as Zorro.
Yeah,
I mean,
Zorro's out, baby. You can't do it no more. Don't put no Z on your chest there. You're not going to have a good time. People are going to get pissed at you. No, I don't know. That's one of the stories I heard. That's how they're relating that Z.
Gotta be good. Kathy's got a knife in her hand.
Hey. No violence. No violence. Give up. Whatever she wants, Keith, give it to her. With a smile on your face, too, by the way.
I just was trying to cut an apple, for God's sakes.
What apple? The apple, or are we talking Adam's apple here? I don't know. You're just saying apple. I'm just concerned about my buddy here. Okay. I'm just wondering. We're just making sure.
He doesn't have that much left.
I trust you, babe. You just married his ass. I don't think you'd do him any harm.
John,
you just married him. Again.
John, what kind of an example would we set if we would say, "Oh, she has a knife. Let's give her anything she wants"?
Yeah.
That's not a good example. If we look at Ukraine, isn't it?
Putin got a nuclear weapon. We have to give him everything he wants.
I think that's what he's banking on. I think that is part of what he is trying to throw out there. He put his nuclear forces on special alert status. Well, none of that's in the rule book there. None of that's in the Russian handbook of how to do nukes. So it's.
I just
We have one too, and we're the only ones who's ever used it.
And let's pray we don't ever have to again. Hello, Leo Sahaki. I just seen you jump in the room. Seen you there, brother. Nice to see you, and thank you for using your voice. Yeah. Yeah, what you said? What'd you say? Jason, ain't that pitiful.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Johnny Fly.
Johnny Fly.
I didn't wake you up.
I did not know you were in the room, brother. How are you?
Why snuck in again?
You did indeed. You did indeed. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I heard we're supposed to get a little snow tonight.
Hey.
But I don't think.
Did you see the sweater shit? Keep that crap up there. Y'all left the door open again, and it blew in down here.
Well,
Not
I'm
used
glad
to
I
this
can
shit.
help you out.
This is March. March, goddammit. We should be up in the 90s by now.
Hey, John.
Yes.
March starts on the 20th, so we got about a few days ahead. But this weekend, we got daylight savings upon us.
Yes.
Extra
And I
daylight.
wish they'd kick that football and never bring it back.
They should make it a congression. I don't know why Biden doesn't have that on his agenda.
I hate when we go back to regular time. I prefer
Is
daylight savings time.
coming up?
Yes,
Yes, it
this
is.
weekend. So
Here in the States.
you will lose a week. I mean, an hour. You're going to lose a week.
Sleep.
You're going to lose a week of sleep.
I mean, daylight savings.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
We're gonna move the clocks forward. Spring forward.
Yeah,
And I'm just tickled to death with it. I hate for it when to get early.
See, we know what John does all week. He just lays around. You see that?
Yep, that's what I do, Johnny Fly. You bet your ass. And eat bonbons, too. It's what I do.
Yeah,
Sit around on the couch, eat
Johnny
bonbons.
Fly, I mean, a lot of my friends work. And I'm saying this deliberately as if it is a dirty word.
Some people
they always moan about Mondays, and they always moan about daylight
See, I'm getting old, so Mondays is just gone. I just gave up on Mondays.
For me, without a
Monday?
stop, I never notice it. I don't notice daylight savings time. I just
You don't have daylight savings in Europe, Hank?
Yeah, we do, but I don't work, so I don't notice.
Yeah, you don't
because I'm
notice it.
asleep.
I notice it just on the fact that I look out the window and it's dark at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I don't like that. I still got shit to do at 5 o'clock.
You know what? Well, anyway, I don't even know what day is a Friday anymore because I'm off every day. Every day's a Friday.
Every day's a day off for you, Johnny Fly.
That's for you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the pensionado way of life. Your pensions or your.
That's the way it is with us independently wealthy people.
Disability or whatever. And so your friends start moaning about Monday, and you have something like, and it's Monday, they go ballistic.
Well, I want to mention one thing. Like I said, I can't go into detail, but the personal thing. I went to the doctors last Friday and had a test done, and today I got a call.
And they did find a brain, right?
Well, besides that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Very good.
Besides that.
Still working good. But in seriousness, they found something the doctor said he's concerned about, so I have to go up on Monday and have a discussion. Yeah, they've been trying all day to get home. Well, I had an ultrasound done on Friday, and I was waiting for the results. They said, well, we'll call you. Well, they must have been trying to call me several times. I thought, oh, this must be important. So then I called them back, and they wouldn't tell me on the phone what it was. I have to be up there Monday at like 15 minutes before my appointment, 1:15 in the afternoon. So let's hope it's not something too bad. Let's hope it's something that can be corrected through surgery or whatever.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's a little scary.
I see Insane Tuna just put Travis might want to check that out. It says, watch this YouTube channel called 1420. It's about younger Russian people. Watch it and it might give you hope for the future. Well, there you go. Let's hope.
It's always scary when the doctor doesn't want to tell you anything and demands you come to his office. That's always scary.
Well, I texted my brother about it, and he always said, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I'm going to worry all week until I till Monday comes. But they want me to take blood tests. I have to go again. I just gave a blood test last week. Now I have to do it again. Well, they said the doctor must have checked for your liver and everything else.
Yeah, I had to go get a brain scan recently. And hey, nothing there. Empty space. I was wondering, how in the hell are you even breathing? Nah, it was fine. Let me send out a few thank yous real quick. Curtis Wood came in with a $5 donation and said, weed bombs, triple X bombs, and Cheeto bombs. You could identify them by the color of their dust. Yeah, smoke. Anyway, thank you very much, Curtis Wood. And Lady Freedom Rocks, and indeed she does, came in with a $2 donation and said, I don't have stinking daylight savings time. Dear, you need to get you some of that stuff. It's pretty good stuff. You get down there at the grocery store. Makes your day longer so you can see a nice, pretty sunset. I just love my daylight savings time.
Daylight savings weed.
I do. I prefer longer days than... Because I sleep at night anyway. What the hell? You can't see anything anyway.
I'm sorry. That's okay. I just wanted to say, I see my buddy Randy Curvin's in the room.
Yes, he is.
It's nice Randy. To see that he's going to the show. Yeah, he's an excellent
we appreciate his voice so much because it's what it takes him. It's persistence,
welcome,
baby.
Randy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hi to him because I encourage him. I said, come on the show, man. I love your rants. Now let's talk to you in person. Well, not in person, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, John. And I just wanted to say I'm going to back out of here. Grace and I have got to get our medications, but y'all can depend on me. I'm going to keep my voice out as long as I can get it out there. Hopefully, I'll pick up some members. I've got people dropping out.
Well, tell them where they can find you right now.
Right,
tell them where they can find you, Randy.
Okay. On YouTube, it's Rantin' Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group. And I do 3 shows on Facebook on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The other days, Tuesday and Thursday, will be earlier, where the meeting can go on and I'm not interrupting the meeting. That is important to me as well as everybody that follows me or subscribes.
There you go.
And I always will push everybody's voice forward, and along with mine.
You're getting a lot of love in the chat, Randy. I hope you're seeing that, brother.
No, I'm in the room, so I'm going to back on out.
Well, I'm letting you know you're getting a lot of love in the room, brother.
Thank you.
Those that use her, Virginia Whitley, she uses her voice on her Ginger's Rant show. It's your truth. It's what you say. It's what comes from your heart when you talk this shit, and you can't lose with that. And Randy, we love you for using your voice, brother. We really do. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you. So. Yeah, and like I said, I'll keep doing it. I always push others forward as much as I can, and keeps me busy. That's one way to look at it.
Damn right, it will.
I appreciate that too.
It does keep you busy.
I just saw something really interesting here. The Washington Post
13
hours ago. The Washington Post 13 hours ago put out an article in which a professor of Yale published a list of companies still doing business in Russia, like McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Starbucks.
Yeah, they quit.
And other. Yeah, they quit today. They quit a few hours ago.
Just a few hours ago.
It was like Coca-Cola's quitting.
It's like, oh shit, there. They put an ad out and pointed us all out. So
Starbucks is shutting down. McDonald's is shutting down, and the only ones who are not shutting down is KFC, because according to the KFC head office, they're all franchises, so they can't stop them, even if they wanted to, which is bullshit, of course, but that's the story.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I wonder, though, John, if when they shut down like that and they're in Russia themselves, do you think would Russia give them a hard time? Like, I mean, Are they Russian citizens that run this thing, or do they have to get out of the country?
Yeah, no.
And if so, does Russia confront them?
The U.S. consulate has already put out a notice in Russia that if you're an American in Russia, you should leave. But no, these companies, although they're American owned, they are locally run by a franchisee, just like
Russian. Yeah, but I'm saying the people that work there, I'm assuming then if it's owned by American, they would be at least Russian workers they're using, because if there was an American like manager running one of the stores over there, they'd be in danger, I would think. But if the Russians got a hold like that one,
no, but it's not like that.
I don't think so.
It's not like that. They are franchises, so Russian staff, Russian oversight, Russian.
It's all Russian. Yeah, there's no Americans working in the
can't work anymore, which is of course for them a problem. But if they moan about that, you only have to point to Putin. Well, look at your boss. I mean, your leader. It's his fault.
Well,
the ruble is down to less than a penny.
Less than a penny.
Yeah, less than a penny now for a ruble.
What's that basketball player now? They showed she's holding up a placard with their name on it.
She was arrested.
What's the fact
they say she had a marijuana vape pen in her luggage. She was arrested. They have a very strict drug law over there, and they're going to use it. And they're also suggesting,
Well, another thing, John, she's open lesbian, I believe. Too.
Yes, she is.
So, and there was somebody else
she's married,
too.
I believe.
Yeah, they're very anti-gay over there. I can't believe
they are.
That.
Him and Ron DeSantos get along real good. Just don't say gay. There's no gay in Russia. There's no gay people in Russia at all. Ever, never.
I saw they passed that they passed that no gay in Florida.
Yeah, don't say gay.
What type of an asshole is DeSantis?
A nasty one that hasn't been wiped in a long time. Probably got a hemorrhoid or two hanging out of it and stuff like that. Really nasty. You talk about the nastiest asshole. Well, no, that would be Trump. Okay,
He's a
you get the idea.
Can I ask something, John? You heard about the baseball lockout?
What's that?
You heard about the baseball lockout because there's been no spring training lately.
Well, I haven't been following it. But...
I heard about it. Yeah.
It's just there's been no baseball lately.
No, that's one that slipped by me then.
But there's still have something to do with the contract or something. They're still whining about.
Say it's all about money, Johnny Fly. It's all about the money.
It is.
Show me a time it's not about the money.
Exactly.
Well,
Show me a time it's not about the money.
By money. It's who can make more money than the next guy.
That's why President Biden today included that in his speech about cutting off Russian oil. Is asking the oil companies not to use this opportunity to raise prices more than you need to. This is a blessing to oil companies, man. Are you shitting me? They could raise it to whatever they want. What bothers me is when I look back at their damn profits and it's in the billions from last year. Really? Profits? That's after everything else that you done paid. That's the profits. Well, America's suffering with this shit. If there was ever a time for American oil companies to take a bite out of their own ass a little bit and ease the suffering along a lot of Americans, they could do it. It's when you work in the oil field down here, you see the little shit that goes on. If oil prices aren't right, they'll cap a fucking well. They'll cap a well and just wait till the price goes up. Oh, look here. Let's start selling it. Yeah. It's not about it. It's about the money.
2 years ago, when we had that pandemic, the price of gas went dramatically dropped. It really dropped, and I just say to myself, if people were going out or anything, it's just the prices of gas went down. It's just nobody was going out. Now it has been going up again.
Yep.
The last time I saw gas prices like this was back in 2008 when George W. fucked up the nation.
It's over our lifetime. I remember the 70s, the oil, through the 90s, 80s. People always bitch at the president. Whoever's the president ain't got shit to do with oil prices. That's what I mean. Oil is traded on the open market. It might be pumped out of, I don't give a shit what nation it is. Now, you can stop this embargo from this trade with Russia. You just don't buy that oil itself. All the other oil in the world is on an open market, baby. It's sold to the highest bidder. That's who it's sold to. And, it's a nasty little game. And there's huge profits in it. Because if it's one thing this world is addicted to, it's oil. And I'm not talking about just your car. Everything made out of plastic. There are so many petrochemicals in so much of our products and the shit that we do. It's like if you really look at it, you'll hardly ever get away from oil. What we're trying to do is get away from burning it. If we don't have to burn it in our gasoline and other products, then the world will be a whole lot better off. But it's not going to go away because there's more products that are used.
You think too, John? Like the airlines that have to fly jets and stuff, they depend on that.
Yes.
How else would you fly a jet unless they come up with what do you call it, the solar panel?
Somebody's working on it, Johnny. I know somebody's working on it somewhere. I have confidence in it, baby. I want my George Jetson cars.
I just hope that the nuclear fusion will be successful soon.
I hope so. Wouldn't that be nice?
For longer than 2 seconds or half a second.
Yeah.
We thought about solar power engines 20 years ago for the jet planes. And we had it today, but we didn't even think about that 10 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, technology is changing at rapid pace nowadays.
The Dutch have a lot of wind energy, but nowhere near enough to keep us from using gas.
Same way here in the United States. We're increasing our green energy, and I'm proud to say my area that the wind farms going up around here are inspiring. I like to see them. Hell, you go right out down the end of my street, look down the highway. There's a bunch of them right down there. I'm happy to see it. It gives me hope for the future. Oil is now at $130 a barrel. I guarantee you, if they got a drilling rig that's half worth of shit, it's out there drilling right now, baby.
Wind farms also have a downside for birds, of course.
Well, of course.
They do kill birds. They are quite lethal to various species of birds, even protected ones. But they're trying now in the Netherlands to put like lighting on these blades, like LED lighting and all this stuff to keep these birds from flying in.
Not only would you have wind-powered energy, you'd have a light show every night. Go out there and watch the windmills go on.
Well, you know what, John? I heard too a while back. Somebody told me that they're working on using fuel just by using water. Now I'm not sure how that would work, but yeah, I guess so.
Water in itself.
It's not such a bad idea to put, for instance, in your tap, put like a dynamo in your tap or next to your tap.
Yeah,
so
but I haven't heard anything.
The dynamo.
Well, I haven't heard anything since about it. You know what I mean? It's been a while, so I was wondering if they're still working.
I always worry about the guy that invents the engine that'll run on water because, it passes Prologue, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
You agreed.
Well, they're saying too that maybe the oil companies aren't for that. This guy told me, he said that they're fighting this guy. They don't want him to pursue it because
the oil companies don't want you doing anything but buying gasoline.
I'm not sure whether this was also happening in the United States, but at least during World War II in the Netherlands, of course, we were occupied. Many cars started to use gas generators. So you start burning coal or wood inside a generator, and that generates the gases to move the engine around. But I'm not sure whether in America that has ever been used. It's called a gas generator.
We have gas generators, but it's usually with a lawnmower motor on it, and it zooms around a generator. That's the only gas generators I know of. And I'm thankful to have one. I really am. Let me thank Keith Beal. Keith and Kathy Beal came in with a $5 donation. Keith, Kathy, thank you very much, baby. It is indeed perilous times we live in, baby. So pay attention to what's going on, because things are going to be changing every day. But keep in mind that we are looking at an opportunity here to have a chance to bring this country together in a common cause. It's not impossible.
Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad that it takes war to bring us together?
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It's the tragedies that bring us together. And the sad thing is, Keith, we didn't have to wait for Ukraine. There's tragedies going on all around the world right now. One was pointed out, the biggest one, Yemen, has been suffering for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. And we provide a lot of the weapons that do that. It is time to find a renewal in this country over support for not only Ukraine but other democratic societies, that people have the right to self-governance, to decide for themselves what it is that they want, what they want their future to be like, what they want their kids to grow up to be. And overwhelmingly around the world, it's an integrated world. It's an all-inclusive world, because we can't be anything else. Anybody that dreams of a white nationalist country, get your ass out of here. Kiss off. All right? It ain't happening.
Well, if you have people like Putin still around, why, it's going to be tough, you know.
No, the whole war is just to keep them gays out, because they ain't got no gays in Russia, so the whole war is there just to keep the gays out. Ukraine was known for supporting equal rights for gays. They had gay pride parades over there. Lots of support for the LGBT community in Ukraine. Yeah.
Well, you know what, John, though, what I was impressed with, they said it on today on CNN, that the President Zelensky, whatever, he really appeals to the young generation, and you know what? That's why he's so popular.
Man's a rock star right now.
I'm telling you, but
he is a rock star. He got a standing ovation from the British Parliament today.
But he knows how to relate. Well, he knows how to relate to the younger generation.
I think he's found a way to relate to all of us.
Let's face it, all of us older people. I mean, I wish we could live forever, but let's face facts. At some point in time, we're going to go.
Don't bust my bubble. I plan on living forever.
Really?
All right. Well, you're the exception, John.
I was
my plan.
I was in hysterics this afternoon when I first saw Biden saying that America will not buy Russian oil, America will not buy Russian gas. Exactly 1 or 2 hours later, it's hello, Venezuela.
Yep. Yeah. We're going to Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, and that's not a good deal either. Buy an electric car. That's what we need to do. Anyway.
What I wanted to stress, John, what I wanted to say, John, is always like, it seems like, these leaders know how to talk to the younger generation. And it's going to be the younger generation that's going to have to pick up the torch and move on. And I'm sure by that time, it's not going to be so bad with bigoted people.
Isn't it the way with every generation? We're just getting old, Johnny Fly. We have passed the torch. I look at my sons now. That's who this future is. That's who I'm concerned about. Shit, you're right. I ain't got that much longer. Fuck, I'm closer to the end than I was in the beginning, baby. But I'm going to try to do the best I can until I leave. But I'm concerned about the world they live in, and that means both political, geopolitical, and environmental. It's wrapped up when you start looking at the world and you're going, what are you leaving your kids? You get worried about that shit. We should all worry about it.
You left them good values, John.
I like to think I did.
And you did. And I could see it when I met them. I met Travis. I was impressed. And
on that note, if you were so inclined to buy a T-shirt, all proceeds will be going to the Ukrainian charities that Travis is looking at, that he showed on there. And again, I just want to say how proud I am of him because he came in and told me after the fact. It's not something he planned. He came in and he said, Dad, I got the thing from the Teespring shop, and he just donated it straight to the Ukrainian fund.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But again, I want to make it clear, I'd rather, if you're doing it specifically to want to donate to a charity, please take that money and donate all of it to charity.
See,
if you want a T-shirt, though, that's cool. But That's what my plan is for a while, is just taking that and putting it into
Travis, if
charities
I may
that I see
ask
fit.
you,
So that's it, and I'll be sure to post receipts as it happens. So,
Travis, you mentioned earlier the globalgiving.org. Is it possible that you can post that up on the Blue Dot in Texas site?
Well, yeah, I mean, we can, but again, what I was trying to say earlier is there are so many charitable places right now that are taking in donations.
There's quite a few.
I only shared the Late Show one because that's, I saw it on television last night. They did the research. They said these are 4 confirmed on the ground charities that are in the Ukraine right now accepting donations. And I just put that there for reference. That's what it's like. Okay, well, that's where I started, and I picked Global Giving.
It's hard to find. So if you have a trusted source, like a news source, or in this case, Stephen Colbert, because I do trust him.
Or if you know people personally.
Yes.
There's a lot of ways to donate. Like I was telling Dad, it's kind of hard to choose one charity when there's so many great organizations doing stuff on the ground right now.
And the need is so great.
Yes.
Yeah, CNN has one too. I think it's called.
Yes.
It's CNN.com/impact.
Yes, I saw one. NBC News has one on their website. You can go to these organizations, and you pretty well rest assured that they've checked them out, and it's a bona fide charity, and one that is probably doing good. So you got to put your trust somewhere, baby. And so use your trusted resource. Whatever news you're watching, I'm sure they're providing some kind of link to these charities. So, but it is. It's what we do what we can do, and isn't that what we should be doing anyway?
Yeah.
And we're all going to share in this sacrifice here. We're all going to share in the pain at the gas pump, at the grocery store. It's going to hurt, but just let's all try to keep in mind that this is what we have to go through together to get where we need to go. What's that? Oh, and look at there.
John,
somebody just bought a T-shirt. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Hey, John, just so we don't have a lot of people like my cousin all say, well, it's Joe Biden's fault that the gas prices are going up.
Just tell them to pack it up. Tell them.
Tell them to shove
Don't
it
waste your time on it. It's not worth your aggravation anymore.
Hit that button, John. That's what I want.
Yeah. Before we go, we always get a kick out of this song anyway. We all feel a little bit better.
I'm going to play that for my cousin.
All right. Throw a little sawdust. I don't know, Lord. I could dance to that so easy. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight. I want to thank Bill Joins and who else did we lost? Who else was in here? Somebody?
Jeremy was in here.
Who?
Keith?
Jeremy was in here. We want to thank him for coming by and visiting for a while. Randy Kervin, thank you, brother, for using your voice. Thank you for coming by and visiting with us for a bit. We appreciate everybody that comes by. Everybody on YouTube, on Facebook. The chat continues, baby. He's already putting Joe photo on the pumps in Alabama. Yeah. Anyway, Johnny Fly, thank you very much, brother, for coming by. Take care of yourself up there in Pennsylvania, and try not to look so pretty, man. You're making the rest of us
I'll
look bad.
try not to.
Yeah, I appreciate
I'll have to
it.
touch up some.
Yeah, rough it up or something.
Thanks for having me, John.
Thank you for coming by, Johnny Fly. We appreciate it. Ed, thank you very much. Thank you for coming in, join the conversation.
Next time.
Outstanding, brother. We appreciate it. And Kathy.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby, for coming by. And be careful with that knife. All right, just be careful with that knife, okay?
I'll try.
Okay,
I'll
baby.
try. No memory peg tonight.
No, okay. Keith, thank you very much, brother. We love you. Take care of yourself.
Love you too, buddy.
All right.
Take care.
And Hank, over in the Netherlands, brother, we love you for coming by and visiting with us here lately. We appreciate the insight.
Very much. I love being here.
Outstanding. We'll come back and visit anytime you wish.
Will do.
And for everybody else, again, thank you for coming by, spending your little bit of time with us. Time is precious, and we appreciate you spending a little bit with us. Anyway, ain't no telling what's going to happen tomorrow, so we'll see. But whatever it is, do try to keep a smile on your face, baby. Try to keep the sun shining in your heart. Things are going to be bad. It's going to get you pissed off. Think of something that makes you happy or some shit. I don't know. That's what they say anyway. But try to put a smile on your heart and try your best. Try to put a smile on somebody else's face. It'll make your day go by better. I love you. Thank you for being here. Y'all say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you later.